the lie between her lips. Her mouth wouldn't close. It was wide open, like she was stuck mid-scream. But no sound came out, just this awful, dry wheeze. And there was something in there, something moving. I was 12 when it happened. My cousin, Amara, had come to stay with us in the village. She was the kind of person everyone liked. Always smiling, laughing, telling stories. She had this way of making you believe whatever she said, even when you knew it didn't make sense. One evening, we sat outside, eating roasted corn. The moon was full, and the air smelled of dust and firewood. Amara started telling us about a man in the next village who could make money appear from thin air. She swore she saw him pull coins from his shadow. My sister and I laughed, but my mother didn't. She looked at Amara, her face serious. "Be careful with your words," Mama said. "A lie can live between your lips and grow roots." Amara just laughed and said, "It's not a lie if people believe it." The next morning, Amara didn't come out of her room. I knocked, but she didn't answer. When I pushed the door open, she was sitting on the floor, her back to me. Her head was tilted up, her hands clutching at her throat. "Amara?" I said, stepping closer. She turned around slowly, and that's when I saw it, her mouth wide open, her lips cracked, her eyes full of panic. Her breath came in short, sharp bursts. I thought she was choking, so I ran to get my mother. When Mama saw her, she froze. Then she whispered something under her breath, and told me to leave. But I couldn't move. I couldn't stop looking. Inside Amara's mouth, just past her teeth, something was writhing. At first, I thought it was a worm. Then I realized it was too big. It was pale and slimy, with tiny legs that squirmed as it pushed itself further out of her throat. Mama grabbed a small mirror and held it in front of Amara's face. "Look," she said. "See what your words have brought." Amara's eyes widened and tears streamed down her face. She tried to speak, but all that came out was that horrible wheezing sound. The thing in her mouth twitched, its legs scraping against her tongue. Mama began to chant softly, words I didn't understand. She placed a bowl of salt water on the floor and made Amara lean over it. The thing started to move faster, like it was trying to escape. Finally, with one last gagging sound, it fell into the bowl. It was a millipede. But it wasn't like the ones I'd seen before. This one was fat, its body pulsing as if it were alive with something else. Mama quickly covered the bowl with a cloth and took it outside. Amara didn't speak for days after that. When she finally did, her voice was hoarse, like she'd swallowed fire. She wouldn't tell us where the lie had come from, but she stopped telling stories after that. Mama never explained what happened, and I didn't ask. But sometimes, late at night, I'd hear her whispering to herself, "A lie is a seed. If you plant it, it will grow." To this day, I can't forget the look in Amara's eyes, or the sound of that thing scraping its way out of her mouth. And I never, ever tell stories that aren't true.